Here we are at the Servus Arena. This is a 60-year-old building, and they've been running with REALice since 2020. And here is Doug Conquergood. How do you do, Doug?
How are you guys?
Nice to meet you. That's Nick Landry.
Hi there,
He's
nice
the
to
one
meet you.
that's filming. And that's Doug.
Yeah. The old rink attendant.
The old rink attendant.
Yeah.
33 years that you've been
Yeah,
in?
33, yeah.
33?
Yeah.
Wow, that's...
Too
so
long.
you know anything about ice?
It's always changing, especially this year.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's turned out well.
Look at that ice. So you got a whole bunch of, you got a low-E ceiling in here?
Yeah.
How long has that been in?
The ceiling here has been in here for about 20 years.
Okay. Been patched up a bit?
Yeah, there is talk of if the grant money comes through, Colleen, that this roof is going to come down and there's going to be a spray foam put in.
Okay.
So
some real insulation.
Yeah, yeah.
Really nice.
So I just done a scrape.
Okay.
Before I scraped, the ice temperature was at 17, like
Okay.
shooting on the ice.
Right.
And after doing it, it was at 22.
Okay.
So.
Which is what it was 3 weeks ago.
Correct. One guy playing the NHL, played for Pittsburgh. He's got 2 Stanley Cup rings here.
Wow.
We've had 2 other guys play in the NHL, and a lot of kids that played in the Western Hockey League that has come from small town Bow Island. Still getting lots of compliments from the coaches.
Really good.
Yeah.
What do they think? What do they say?
It's a little bit harder. And we always did have hard ice. Always did have our hard ice before, but it's still, they like it. So we haven't really had too many big kids on it. I guess we did for a couple months, I guess, with the older bunch. But I was a little concerned on that, how it would hold up, and it held up all right. But it was also
sledge hockey too.
Yes, we had sledge hockey. Just started here this year.
Okay.
Yeah, they're from Madison.
Fine with the picks. Are they messing up your ice?
Nope, not any different than figure skaters.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, ladies and ladies.
When I went out in Flood, Colleen, I had did a dry scrape and actually got a snowball.
You did?
Yeah.
And you can show me your snowball? Wow, look at that. I don't know if you can see it.
What a difference 1 week made.
I don't know if you can see it, but that's a real snowball.
Yeah, and that was the ice temp. Colleen on your 22, so.
It was 22 on your surface temp.
Yeah.
But your brine is at 24?
4. Actually, with the brine, with the plant run right now, it probably is running at like 25 right now.
Really?
Might have bumped up.
Really? How high? 25?
Oh, 20. Well, the thing is, there's a 1 degree difference on it, so
Yeah.
it's probably at, when the ice plant cuts in, it'll get to 25, and then
Goes
it goes down to 24.
Yeah, exactly.
Since I moved it to 24, we're averaging running about 4 hours a day, which is pretty good with the temperatures that we've had outside.
Your water, what temperature are you running your
Today
water?
was at 14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty nice.
I'll probably, if it stays this warm, I'll probably drop it down a little bit. Thickness of the ice, inch and a quarter. The creases might be a little bit thinner.
Can you come out?
Just don't fall.
Whoop. So what is really amazing is that you don't see scars.
No, you don't.
That's what I think is really amazing.
That's one thing with it, yeah.
You're not seeing any scars. It's not cut up. But that can also be because of your ice making skills there, Doug.
Well, I'm not going to see that far enough,
But
Had a couple of years under his belt.
But normally you do see a lot of scars. And
Yeah.
okay, we know that this is an unusual year, but you still must have.
So the last skaters on here last night were 11 years old.
Okay.
So they wouldn't have cut it up as much. But it's amazing when I should have took a picture before I cleaned it. It still had a shine. The lines have been brighter this year. The only thing different next year I'll do is wait a little bit longer, build ice a little bit higher, then put the paint it white.
Yeah.
And that way the lines will pop more.
Is that a tough change for you then?
No,
No.
not really. And then a year ago, About this time, we had the lights, new lights installed.
So the new lights really make a difference
Yes.
too, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, let's take a look. And this is where the water is coming in. So it's going all the way over and
And then through the filter.
then it goes through a filter. It's coming down. It goes through the booster pump in case the pressure isn't
See,
adequate
See,
because,
we're making ice, we've got 170 feet of hose to the far end,
right?
and we wouldn't have had enough pressure to be just barely
Just
coming
dripping
Yeah.
out, just dripping out.
And see, that's the issue we've had over the years. That the line, I believe it's a 3/4 inch line that comes in from the street back here.
Right.
And then in the front, it's an inch line.
Okay.
So lots of times we'll do our startup here.
From there.
Here, and then move to the front and then hoses. But
Real-
with the REALice system now, everything is coming from here.
There you go. Right, so whenever you're spraying around the boards, it's all
Yeah.
realized treated
Yeah.
water,
Yeah.
under pressure.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, at least 45 PSI.
We had a boiler, heated the water, then it went into a holding tank.
Okay,
And so, let's say when I come to work at 4 o'clock, everything in that holding tank, we had to drain out.
because it was cold.
It was cold water.
Yeah.
So then that was all wasted water. The nice thing I found with REALice too, Colleen, is now, on my last flood of the day, I'll fill the machine up. And then I don't have to worry about filling the machine up when I get here. I can go do something else and then I can go flood. So that's the nice part. Other years, the water that was in there, we would have to drain that out
Right.
because it was cold water, right? So there was more wasted water.
Yeah.
So this year, it's gonna be hard to tell with because of the COVID on what the water usage was, but well, it definitely it's helped it. Yeah, definitely helped it. So, when the weather got warm here, I was putting less water down. I could regulate it that way. I'm taking off about the same, I think. It all depends on the size of the kids that are out there. So, and then it depends on how, when my next ice maintenance day is gonna be, if I wanted to start gradually getting it down a little lower. So with us closing the end of March here, I'll probably start here in a week's time, start to take it down a little bit lower at a time. So then it's time to close the door, but it's not as much to get the ice out of here. So. One thing is with the REALice with that, it was, once I got down to this far end, within 10 minutes, I could go back again. Yeah.
It dries pretty quick.
Yeah.
Freezes up.
Yeah, yeah.
Freezes.
That's one
up.
thing, it does freeze a lot quicker.
Yeah.
So, but it all depends on temperature outside because of our old building.
So you were skating here when you were 5 years old?
Yeah,
And you've been skating here ever since?
yeah,
Are you still skating?
yeah.
What do you think of that ice then?
It's about the same. I don't want to fall at my age. I know it's still only an inch thick, but
Still gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt. But yeah, I think it's better. It doesn't, like you said earlier on, it doesn't leave the marks in the ice. I don't get the big cracks in it or the chunks of ice flying away where you have to go back and patch.
Wash it up
Yeah.
again?
That's one thing with the figure skaters, with them jumping and all that. I didn't have to do too much patch time.
Kind of
I did have
drills.
one spot here last week where the coach was making them go around this pylon. So I finally see what they're doing. I called the coach over. I says, "You guys need to move that pylon.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're going to be down in the concrete." Oh, we never thought of that, Doug. So when I went out to flood, I flooded over it. I looked back and I said I wasn't happy. So I did a big turn in the ice and then I went over it again and it froze nice and level. So we're keeping the ice at 24 degrees Fahrenheit.
So you think that that's your sweet spot?
Yeah, I think so. You made a good, nice snowball with it.
Yeah. Well,
So,
that's great. You make a good snowball and your ice is looking good. That's what you
no,
want.
we're pleased.